What if you took a trip, reached your destination, but felt like you were at the right place, but the wrong time? Imagine seeing the past unfold right before your eyes. That's exactly what happened to two friends who went on a historical adventure, but ended up becoming part of history themselves. Before you dive into their mysterious time slip, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Time. It marches on, relentless and untiring. It pauses for no one and never looks back. Yet sometimes time becomes a riddle, pulling us out of our reality into a different world. This is where we talk about time slips, where people have found themselves in a different era without any fancy time machine. Now, if you could travel through time, would you go to the past or the future? And why? Let us know in the comments. It was August 1901, and the afternoon sun cast long shadows over the Palace of Versailles. Eleanor Jourdain and Charlotte Moberly, both esteemed scholars from Oxford University, were on a leisurely tour of the French palace. What began as a casual exploration of history and architecture soon took an extraordinary turn, becoming one of the most perplexing and enduring mysteries of the paranormal. After exploring the main palace, they made their way towards the Petit Trianon, a private retreat once cherished by Queen Marie Antoinette. As they wandered through the tranquil gardens and quiet corridors, a strange and unsettling feeling began to creep over them. The atmosphere seemed heavy and out of place, as if time itself had somehow slipped its moorings. Guided by their map, they reached a secluded part of the gardens that felt distinctly different from the rest of the palace. The air was still and oppressive, and the silence was almost deafening. As they explored further, they began to notice peculiar details that didn't quite fit. It was as if they were not merely observing history, but actively participating in it. And then they saw it. Some people were dressed in clothes that looked centuries old. In one spot, two men stood, clad in long, green coats and tricorn hats, the very image of 18th century gentlemen. The women exchanged puzzled glances. Perhaps it was a local historical reenactment, they thought. Such events were quite common. But as they ventured further, the scenes became even more bizarre. Near a small cottage, a woman and a girl sat, both dressed in simple, old-fashioned garb. They looked like villagers from a bygone era. A chill ran down their spines. Then came a moment that would haunt them forever. A figure emerged from the shadows, his face a grotesque mask of scars. His appearance was so jarring, so out of place that Moberly recoiled in horror. The once peaceful garden had transformed into a nightmare, and the two women were trapped in its chilling embrace. Just then, a well-dressed gentleman approached them, offering directions in a polite and refined manner. Following his guidance, they continued their exploration. As they crossed a small bridge, Moberly spotted a woman sitting under a parasol, absorbed in her painting. Her elegant gown, her coiffed hair, everything about her seemed straight out of an 18th century portrait of Marie Antoinette. Moberly was certain she was seeing the Queen herself, but when she turned to Eleanor, her friend seemed unaware. Confused and disoriented, they made their way back to the main part of the palace. Once again, everything appeared normal. They questioned the staff about their strange encounter, but were met with blank stares. Returning to England, Moberly and Jourdain delved deeper into the mystery. The more they researched the history of Versailles and Marie Antoinette, the more convinced they became that their experience had been no ordinary hallucination. The woman Moberly had seen matched the descriptions and portraits of the Queen perfectly. In 1911, they published a book detailing their extraordinary experience, titled An Adventure. The book was an instant sensation, as they recounted the eerie atmosphere, the oddly dressed figures, and the deep sense of unease they had felt. Public reaction was mixed. Some dismissed it as a shared hallucination, while others suggested a supernatural explanation. Critics argued that their vivid imaginations had played tricks on them. But for Moberly and Jourdain, it was a reality they couldn't deny. To this day, the mystery of the Versailles time sleep remains unsolved. Was it a genuine journey through time, or simply a trick of the mind? Only they truly knew, and their story continues to fascinate and intrigue. What do you think? Was it a time slip or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments. If you want to hear more mysterious tales like this, be sure to subscribe, like, and share this video.